My name is Ruben Camp. I'm the CEO and founder of Dark Horse Tech. We've been doing dental IT for over 14 years and work for 1,400 plus practices around the country. And I'm here to tell you that cybersecurity myths are still running rampant across the internet, like any good conspiracy theory. Really, it centralizes in what are the odds, right? You're a dental, you're a busy dentist. None of your friends have ever been hacked. What are the odds it's going to happen to me? All these IT security guys are full of BS, and they just want to sell me something. Well, I can tell you, the first thing that happens when a DSO or dental practice gets breached, they have to sign a non-disclosure agreement with the government. So you're not going to hear about some of the ones. You're going to hear about Change Healthcare. You're going to hear about the breach out in Nevada with that DSO paid $3 million for, some of the bigger, splashier ones. Most of the attacks, the dentist is pretty motivated not to share that it happened. So the lack of information should not give a dental practice a solace, but it does create this big kind of bubble of cybersecurity myths that are out there. The biggest misconception I hear from dental practices about cybersecurity is, well, the practice down the road doesn't do that. So why do I have to do that? And look, we designed our system here at Dark Horse to really reflect what a practice needs to do as a requirement to meet federal HIPAA law. So sometimes it is a little humorous when we're having conversations with these clients, and I'm like, yes, you should do this as a best business practice. Also, there's this whole other incentive just to be compliant with the law. So a lot of offices are not fully educated on what they need to do to protect their patient health information, but that's okay because that's where we come in. Basic antivirus software at this point in 2026 has really been rendered obsolete, right? It is a cat and mouse game. Your front desk clicks on an email, viruses running throughout the office, antivirus is kind of chasing behind it like, Pac-Man and a ghost. The newer antivirus, it's not even called antivirus anymore. It's called EDR, or endpoint detection and response. It runs preemptively. So if you're, again, front desk person, double clicks on that virus, downloads it, it actually gets scanned before it runs. And so the system is able to shut it down before it does any damage on the system. So it is a night and day difference between having your entire office get ransomwared and you get an email from your cybersecurity company saying, hey, we quarantine your computers at an abundance of precaution. We noticed that someone downloaded a malicious link and we stopped that from happening. Managed firewall is really crucial in protecting your office and patient health information. Think of it as the Golden Dome. Think of it as a missile defense system, right? Cybersecurity is all about layers. And for me, the first layer is firewall. That is the bare minimum you want to do from someone pulling outside your office, connecting to the Wi-Fi and getting right into your practice, right? That is the role of the firewalls to keep people from the public internet and people from the local internet from getting onto your system and accessing the information. Now, after that, they're already in your system. That's where all the other layers come in, but specifically on the firewall, think of that as your missile defense system. The real world consequences if you don't have proper network protection really goes into two categories: downtime and what that costs to your practice, and fines, right? So if you get breached and you don't have any of these things in place, no firewall, no antivirus, no email security, no backup and disaster recovery, you can get fined by the federal government because you were not HIPAA compliant. Not only that, if you don't have a backup, you might have to pay the hackers because that might be the only way to get your data back. That all being said, your office is down. You have staff that are coming into the practice. You have patients coming in and you don't have systems that are working. So this is why people target the dental industry, right? They're small businesses, but one day of lost production is huge. If you're a dental practice or a DSO looking to strengthen your protection, starting with an IT company like us here at Dark Horse is a really great foot forward here. You first need to know where you're at so that you know where you need to go, right? So reaching out to us, we've been doing this for over 14 years just in the dental industry, and figuring out, like, just full cards on the table audit, where are the holes in your defenses, right? So once you have that information, well, you could take it back to your current IT company if you trust them and patch it. That's fine. you could hire us, and we could keep you protected from the jump and fill in all those holes.